Hello again, I'm Nick. This video is a bit of a cheat. It shows 2 days, but this first day I'm going to struggle quite a bit trying to manage an inherent problem in how I decided to do it up to that point, which is that I would be adding and sorting, or pretty much at the same time. It's a bit difficult because then I have to keep track of where I stopped and found a problem and then add all the rest of the days and have 2 or 3 flows of people's requests into the map and then have to sort them all afterward. So in the end I realized that this is a big hassle. I tried to manage it with enums and a state machine, but it's ultimately not going to work. I do put some helpful classes or methods there, like inactivating everyone, but I just got tired, thought about it for a couple days, and went back to the essential question on any day. First question is this person's desire level higher than someone else's? And then if they're equal, you do the seniority, or I do, whatever, who cares? And so that suggests that rather than iterating over people and inserting their days as I go, that I'm going to iterate over the levels of desire, so that I start with I start, or at least proceed, not start, but proceed in a way that that ensures that what I do is correct, as opposed to walking up and down the stack throughout the sorting process. So that way I put in everybody's first choice, and then failing that, I go to their second and third if we've gotten that far, whether they've declared that many or the user who's putting these in has put in that many. This ensures that while I do backtrack, at least I don't have to roll back the stack. The other aspect I decided to do was to not add any days. I'll just, whenever I get a day, I'm pretty much going to put it into the inactive region, and then when I reset, instead of deleting everybody, I just push them out of the active region, mark them all as inactive, and then start from scratch. First person always gets their first desire, and then we just go down from there. So I've you may have noticed that I looked at a number of web pages. Java 8 introduced some functional programming, and in doing this I see myself, or notice myself, looping over arrays. What is the weakest desire level? So first, third, and fourth has been put in. I want to know that this person has a 4th level desire. It's so what's the weakest level of this person in this list of the days that they have? And it's hard because I have to decide, do I learn this new to me? It's actually been out for quite a while, but learn a convention that I'm not familiar with, or do I make sure that I can get this out on time? And the answer is, of course, out on time. But I tried looking once or twice for that. I'll look afterward, as with a number of aspects of this project that, it's like I'm just here for the minimum viable product. And it doesn't behoove me to belabor the point. So I wish I could pause this, but I can't. So anyway, so I didn't. I will at some point. It's not my first experience, which is what makes not knowing the syntax or API to use frustrating, because I know, at least, there was a semester in college where I was using Common Lisp, and I know that I can map, reduce, and filter. In this case, it would be collecting the highest value out of the list, but I didn't have time. And here I'm investing in something else that I don't have time, or at least desire to do, and that's what folder structure should I use, as exciting as that is. So there are some tests that I want to write, because the constrainer is, I'm fairly certain that I wrote it the right way, and I could do it I could test it by hand, but the vast majority of what the constrainer will do, or of the requests that are in the system, will not show up in the UI. That's sort of the point. The point is, constrainers should be reliable. And in a sense, I could have used a linear constraint library, but I guess I didn't. The trick is remembering the math that makes sense and then translating that, and I felt I didn't have time for that either. But I eventually punted on the issue, did what I thought Eclipse does, but I'll probably just go to a Maven structure of tests in a folder structure parallel to the normal Java source files. And so I started this other test constrainer class, but I don't have enough. But it's late now, so I thought, whatever, I'll just commit it and finish it tomorrow. I'd really love to get this out, but it may or may not happen quickly. I hope to finish it tomorrow, but I'm not sure. So have a good day, and see you next time.